Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Working Title Sports Show. You might be wondering, hey, something looks new. Yeah, new format.
Now, just going to let you know if for any of you viewers, it's like, hey, what happened to your background? This is how it looks like. Yeah, so we're going to fix that. Anyway,
we'll fix that. But it's the start of the new year. We're doing something different. Make the show structured, but still the same shenanigans.
Exactly.
Keep everything civil, so we're not meandering. But yeah. So kicking off the 2026 sports season, year. Cowboys this year. I owe you an apology, D. I think I was shooting to the ceiling on what they could do, and Dallas ended up hitting that 500 for the season. I believe.
No,
under 5. Well, they
under 500. Remember, we're 7, 8, and no, are we 8?
7, 8, 1.
7, 8, 1. Yeah, or 7, 9, 1. No, 7, 8, 1.
No, 8, 9, 1.
8, 9, 1.
Yeah, 8, 9, 1. Yeah, 8, 9, 1. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, all right. I will tell you this, man. When it comes to let's start from the top on bottom. Coach, I don't think Brian Schottenheimer did a bad job this year. If anything, he kind of was a little bit more than my expectations. I thought he was going to be now, granted, it's really hard to tell in a bad season like this of how good he can actually be.
He figured it out.
He figured it out.
He figured it out. Like, one thing that I give him credit for is that I remember he told Dak after, I think, the game against the Bears, he's like, you know what? My bad for handcuffing you. If you need to fucking air the ball out, go for it. Fuck it. Like, go for it. Yeah, that's my fault. I shouldn't have been playing conservative. Do what you do. And funny enough, it worked out for Dak because he was just like, fuck it. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think him trying to keep the team just moving in a positive direction was actually it's a hard thing to do, especially as a new coach. Luckily for him, a lot of people on the team really has bought into his system. Yeah. So that's a good thing. If we look on the other side of the coaching, that's Matt Eberflus. You and I have been talking about this. I will give him one more season. And I'm really like because at that point, if it don't catch on, you need to find another DC.
Who Dallas got in free agency, it helped the defense a little bit, but not enough.
Getting Quentin and getting Jadeveon Clowney, both of them, it helped, and especially for Clowney. I'm gonna say this I'm gonna get there when we get there. But anyway, but yeah, Eberflus was terrible. How are people on this team still bought into him? I don't know. So that's why I reluctantly say give him one more year because apparently people like him.
This is par for the course as Dallas fans. There have been, if we go back to the Tony Romo years, we'll start there. There were always seasons where the offense balled out and the defense was mediocre to shit.
Exactly.
And then there were seasons where it was flipped. The defense was balling the fuck out, and the offense was mediocre as hell.
Either somebody's hurt or they can't get nothing started up, and that's where we are in this one. I feel bad for any team, and it's funny. It's the mediocre teams like the Dallas Cowboys, like us, that go through that ebb and flow of the offense is hitting, the defense ain't shit, the defense is nasty, the offense is dragging. It sucks. I've seen Atlanta go through this. I've seen the Saints go through this. We've seen Tampa always goes through this, in my opinion. But you know what I mean? Like, even like all the mediocre teams like us, we all go through that same shit. Yeah, the Lions go through that shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So you got that, the defense.
But anyway. The quarterback, of course, you and I, we don't even need to talk about Dak. This is how we feel about Dak this whole season.
He was good. He was solid. Like
Dak beyond. He has done beyond
MVP level.
Yeah, straight MVP level. And for everybody to really legit, I don't want to say kiss his ass. I'm just saying kiss his ass. But for everybody to actually really respond, like he's like, oh. Like Dak's getting it and everybody see it in him. You know what I mean? It's a great thing. I think the run game was all right for what it was, but it can be better. It can be a lot better, but I think they're good. I like Blue. I like Williams. Turpin did Turpin, like that's the one thing I give Dallas because their offense is clicking so hard. when you have when you can have Pickens or shoot, yeah, CD went on one. God, all your wide receivers caught a pitch once in a while, but Turpin has been just the best, like the best gadget player in the NFL to me.
I mean, yeah.
And then when you go over to the defense, like I said, I want Jadeveon Clowney to get his last couple years here in Dallas because I know, like, you know what I'm saying. I think you're only going to sign this guy to 2 years, if anything. Let's keep it real. So you're only going to keep him for 2 years at max. So I hope Dallas actually really gets Clowney. I can say the same thing for Williams. I think Williams fits for that.
He was happy as hell to lead the Jets to come to Dallas. He's like,
oh my God, yeah, breath of fresh air, nigga.
We lost Trayvon Diggs, which, you know, the jury's out on how big of a deal that is, honestly.
I gotta be real, and this is coming from somebody.
He's at Green Bay right now, which cool, you know.
I don't know how y'all gonna use him, but okay. Here's the problem:
they're in the playoffs, so
it's time for. I told you, and I don't think I told you this, but I told everybody at my job this. What we saw out of Diggs, we saw a cornerback that was an 88. When he got hurt and he got noticeably slower, he dropped immediately to an 83 for me. And then after this season, hold on, and that's what I'm saying. And then after this season, D is being nice. He's a 76. I'm being nice because I know he still has real talent in him and all the rest of that. But here's the thing: where is it at? Does he still want to play for Dallas? And that's a big one. Do you still want to play for Dallas? Because if you don't, and you light up with Green Bay, fine. You just didn't want to be in that locker room no more. But I don't think it's that. I don't like, and I'm not even trying to say you're not that great, but it's like, boy, we really thought you was it. And Deron Bland, and I will give Bland this. Bland is not Bland. I was gonna say, no, don't you dare call this nigga Bland. Bland is okay, but Bland knows what he is. He's a nickelback. He is that third cornerback. He knows what he is. I don't think Trayvon Diggs know what he is. And that's what it is, straight up, man. And I think Deron Bland kind of has a center of knowing what he is. If he is going to get on a starter, he can run with a starter. And one last thing to say about the secondary, Donovan Wilson. I love you, but I think this is it. I think if Dallas don't pick you up, like, I don't know what his contract looked like. I don't know what his contract looked like, but boy, you look very tradable.
I'm just saying.
I like Donovan Wilson, but he looks very tradable. At this point in the
offseason, the goals for Dallas is to keep all their offensive stuff intact and also get some defensive players in the draft. That's really a big thing.
I would say yes. I will. If anything, real talk, first draft pick, get a lineman again. Get another lineman. Get another offensive lineman because I think the offensive line is really good, but get another one.
Yeah, back up injuries.
Yeah. Just like that's the first round. I would go probably. I would get a center. Get a center. I think Dallas needs to get a center. I would go for a first round on that. But if anything, revamp that defense. I can see Dallas probably getting like some veteran talent, but I don't know what it will be on offensive defense. And that is the other question. Keep George Pickens. Keep him.
Yeah.
Keep him.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I think Jerry really doesn't want to see him do good on another team, so keep him.
If you can keep this offense for another 2-3 years and then beef up the defense, then you're fine. But at the same time, the team has to do something with that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just linger around so much. So that's really going to be the priority in the offseason. Like I said, this season overall, it's one of those things where I'm not angry at how things went. It was just like, all right, it just is what it is.
It was a big it is what it is type of season for us, man. And I just
miss the days where if you had a good NFC East fucking, win-loss record, that puts you into the playoffs.
Not no more. And I think that's the beauty and the thing I hate about the NFL right now, because the way that all these teams had to even get into the playoffs this year was crazy, man.
Which good transition to the NFC South. So here's the weird part. Christmas, I was down in Charlotte. So Charlotte, the Panthers were playing Seattle, right?
And I got a good question. And I mean this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, because they are, in D's opinion, flaky. But how were the Panthers fans down there this year?
They were optimistic. It was definitely they were very because here's the thing about the Panthers. We talked about it a couple of episodes ago about how when they beat Dallas, it sparked them into actually like being worth a damn.
Yeah.
And but at the same time, much like the New England Patriots, the Panthers are kind of had a cupcake schedule to a degree, and they took advantage of it for better or worse. But when they play Seattle, that showed me they ain't ready.
I knew they weren't ready. I knew they weren't ready when they when they lost to Seattle. I knew they weren't ready.
That solidified it for me because I'm like, oh, you're gonna lose to Tampa, which
I knew they weren't ready when they weren't. I knew they weren't ready when they beat us. I was like,
really? A lot of people kept saying that they were in when they beat Dallas. I was like,
no. Dallas has a cupcake defense, and Rico had every right to feel like I could run over y'all niggas. By the way, that take a gas is gonna.
Hey, listen, Tampa.
And I look, hold on. No hate on Rico. I like Rico.
Oh, no. But, it's just Seattle and Tampa put the screws to his ass. Like, nah, you ain't running on us. Like, because when I was watching Seattle game, it was funny. It was raining, so that's Seattle's fucking game right there. Oh, it's raining down here in North Carolina.
Yeah, that shit.
But when they played Tampa, this is how weird the NFC South is. Okay, so they played Tampa. Tampa did what Tampa did, and they beat, Charlotte. No, why did I say Charlotte? Panthers, right? So I'm like, all right, Panthers. Cool. So you're thinking, all right, they're in, right? Nah, they needed the Saints to beat Atlanta in order to get in. And I'm like, what weird shit is this?
It's called the NFC South.
That's how chaotic the NFC South is.
Now, let me make this very clear as a team, as a person who has been following Tampa Bay all year. Do you want to know the truth? I tell you the truth, and it hurts me. This is the reason why they didn't make the playoffs.
You think so? Because he was injured.
Baker did all he could, but I got to be real. When it counted in some of these sorry games that they lost.
Yeah, he did kind of, yeah.
It's like Baker. The one problem I have with Baker is that he can score and then has the magical ability not knowing how to play football for the next
there are
15
times,
plays. I will never understand how he goes from MVP to straight up trash, bro.
There are times where it's like, bro, just throw the ball away. Throw the ball. Why did you take the set? Just throw the ball away. God damn it. And like the funny thing about the Carolina Tampa game was that there were times where I'm like, Baker Houdini his way out of fucking sacks through the ball. I'm like, how the hell did he get out of that?
Who were they playing? Who was the Tampa playing? They lost to. I think it was the Saints. I forgot they were from
behind. They lost to the Saints.
Nigga, I turned into the Nigerian dude, man, because these niggas was. Why are you running? Why? I was like, yo. And I thought, like, why are you running? Because Baker's throwing directly at the ground right now for some odd reason. Baker Mayfield just gets dumb out of nowhere, man. Oh, I hate it when it had. He was the main reason why they stayed in games, but if you ask D, he was the one to pull the trigger to shoot themselves in the foot. Yeah, he wasn't the one to aim it, but he pulled the trigger.
So you had that happening, and then. Like the whole NFC South is just a mess. It is a fucking.
And then Atlanta. First off, here's the thing: Atlanta was trash all season, and for whatever reason, and all of a sudden, we know how to play. I hate Atlanta all season. They have been so Atlanta all season that it worked in their advantage, and they took out the Saints. And here's the thing about the Saints. In Atlanta. Their rivalry is so fucking personal. So I was sitting there like, oh yeah, I forgot this is Sorry Nigga Bowl. This always means something.
So you had that happening, right? So that's the NFC South. Carolina, congrats. You're the division champs. Ooh, you're going to get fucking smoked. When we get to the wild card weekend preview,
Boy, no, yeah. But here's
anyways,
yeah.
So then we get to the NFC West. Seahawks and 49ers. Who's going to get the number 1 seed? I didn't hear your voice message to Patrick on this, but Patrick was saying, "Hey, are you going to recognize the Seattle Seahawks in their prowess?"
Fuck no. Ugh. First off, congratulations to Seattle because no, tough division this year. They straight up had the toughest division this year.
That defense. I'm wondering how Baltimore fumble that. Like, why would you let that man go and he go to Seattle and is thriving? That is insanity.
Because, man, look, here's the thing.
Sorry, I didn't mean it. It's just
no, it's fine. I think Seattle, in my opinion, really benefited off of a weak schedule, number one.
I didn't look at their schedule. So
I'm gonna give you that schedule right here. Hold on, let's see what it says. Steelers, Saints, Cardinals, Bucks, Jags, Texans, Commanders, Cardinals, Rams, Titans, Vikings, Falcons, Colts, Rams, Panthers, 49ers. That's a cheat.
The 49ers.
That's not a bad schedule, but it ain't hard.
Like your division rivals, obviously they're going to give you games, so I'll give them credit on that.
Of course,
I will give them the Vikings because the Vikings are they're a pretty good team. I ain't gonna.
I don't respect the Vikings.
No, I understand, but like they're not like there ain't some team that's gonna roll over either. So it's like, all right,
but I think you also have to look at the quality of wins over here. I still stand by that. They barely beat the Cardinals the first time.
The Titans game was damning in my eyes.
The Titans game was damning. When they lost to the Bucks, that was damning for me. You know what I mean? So this team isn't perfect. To me, this team is very beatable, and that's my only thing. And I always said that.
They're a dark horse for me in the NFC because obviously the Bears. Clearly.
Yeah, but I still say they, like I said, but to me, the Seahawks are just very beatable. But fine in them. I think the 49ers, I don't give them enough respect for kind of fighting harder than they should, because I don't think they're that great. Like straight. I don't think they're that great. I think Brock Purdy has shown me what he really is. Basura. He's Basura. He is Basura, and you know he is,
He's
man.
Fine. I ain't over the moon.
He's trash.
He's fine.
He's trash, and you know it. That nigga threw for 127 last night. Don't give me he ain't had nobody throw it to. Shut the fuck up.
There. I mean, you got Christian McCaffrey right there. That's your ace in the hole right there.
That's your ace in the hole, man.
Him and George Kittle.
Look, hold on, and then Christian only ran for 23 yards, but because again, like you said, we have to respect the Seahawks defense. You got to respect their defense because that's the reason why they win.
Because don't get
it ain't Sam Darnold, it's him, it's them.
Because don't get it twisted. As much as I love the Bears, 49ers was running wild on their defense. Their defense isn't as they're not cupcake like Dallas' defense, but it has holes.
Yeah.
It has holes, and Caleb has to make up for the defense deficiencies, which is why the 49ers-Bears game was such a shootout the whole way, because it's like nobody's playing defense, which is scary because it's like you let Seattle get into the playoffs now, and you're fucking and they stymie your offense. You ain't doing shit to them afterwards. Yeah, and that means Sam Darnold don't have to do much of anything, honestly.
Now, hold on. Now I'm looking at Sam Darnold. What did he do? He threw more last year, but over 4,000 yards. Over 4,000 yards. How many touchdowns he got? 25 touchdowns, 14 picks.
Yeah.
His passer rating was 99. He was better last year in Minnesota. And I'm not about to do no weird comparison. If anybody knows the history of the show, I've always supported Sam Darnold.
Oh, yeah.
Here's my thing. He's not a starter quarterback. He is a great backup quarterback. I know he's proven me wrong. He's trying to prove me wrong these last 2 seasons by having more touchdowns than picks. But this dude is not a winner for me.
He is.
He's just not. God bless him.
Right now, he's in big dick Nick status at this stage.
He really is. He's
like, oh,
floating
shit,
on being the best thing that's available, and he's having a bit of a streak.
They go, hey, look, if Sam Darnold somehow gets to the Super Bowl and wins, it's like, oh shit,
So like I always told y'all, man, Sam Darnold is my favorite, but was my favorite bum quarterback. He's proven that he's not a bum, that he is truly a Fitzpatrick level quarterback.
Magic, as we say.
Fitzmagic level quarterback. But sometimes, and I really mean this, that's all you need to be a successful quarterback. Be competent. And I think he took enough sacks, done enough picks where he can be competent. And I think the same thing for Geno Smith, but I think Geno Smith is just straight up a bum. And he's just been scooting off of Seattle has good coaching. So I think that's the reason why I like Sam Darnold. This bum is
But to be fair though, like I also think it was a change of environment because he was a bum in Minnesota. Let's just keep it real. He was a bum. And I think coming to Seattle with a different coaching staff, they're probably like, all right, look, Sam, we know what you are. We're going to work within your wheelhouse and just see where it goes. And it's not like they're asking Sam to throw it 50 yards down the fucking, field and stuff. It's like, hey, Sam, do some check down plays, get some slant routes. You're fine.
But here's the thing that comes out of that. When you see him, he did in Minnesota, he went 14-3 and he went 14-3 again this year. You know what I mean? The problem to me, and I stand by that, is that I don't think he's the big time quarterback that a lot of people want him to be. That is just it. Now, like I said, that's that. There it goes. That's just it.
But Ravens Steelers. Let me tell you a story about how I was sitting back watching the game, and here's the dichotomy in me. I said in the group chat, Ravens were my dark horse in the AFC if they beat the Steelers, right? But I think you and Brian and even what's his face? God damn it.
What, Dre?
Dre, y'all said it. Both teams ain't gonna learn any lessons from this, whoever wins.
Exactly. Yes.
Whoever wins loses. Nobody's gonna learn any lessons from this shit.
Dog, one of my favorite lines. One of my favorite lines in all of movies is on Dumb and Dumber. Where our boy the big guy was it not Mark Price? I forget his name, but I want to remember. But anyway, big dude and the girl came upstairs. They were gonna wreck their house. Like, I said we messed up their place. And she like, hey boss,
it's already messed up.
I don't think they're gonna get the picture. And this is the same situation. Like, whoever wins this is going to be ready for the playoffs. Are you sure?
I sat back.
Whoever wins this kind of loses.
I'm watching the Ravens struggle, mainly Harbaugh decide, maybe I'll run the ball. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll let Lamar throw the ball. And then on the Steelers, all right, Aaron.
Aaron. All right, guys. Remember what Joe Rogan said. Hey, shut up. Come on, get back in here. Get back in here.
I am immunized.
All right. He says it's very important. Anyway, I can't think of it. Anyway.
See Aaron respond twice when Baltimore scored, I was shocked because I was expecting the Steelers to stall out, right?
I'm going to give you exactly what D did. So I told my wife what was going on, game on, yada, yada, woo, woo. In the first quarter, my wife said, I'm going to bed. Why? My stomach hurts. Meaning that she was getting game anxiety. And I get it. I don't want to see us lose. And for some weird reason, I don't want to see us win. I totally understand that feeling. Wife went to bed, right? So I said, screw these niggas. I'm going to play me some Cyberpunk. I get done right as I get done with this one part of the game. I was like, is the game still on? Now I take my headphones off. Now where I'm sitting at is where my computer's at. So it's right in front, right by my TV's at. So I take off my headphones. I can still hear Chris Collinsworth like, and you don't understand how Lamar Jackson got them back in this game. I throw my headphones off, run back over here, My boy was wide open, Chris. Boom, ran that joke in. They let these niggas back in the game. Really, Pittsburgh? And then Aaron Rodgers said, "Nah,
Maverick time.
it's time for me to do it. It's time for me to be the hero." And he balls that throw. Bop, my nigga gone. Touchdown. I'm like, okay. What now? Hey, Bosworth, get out here, man. Ice this game. You missed it. You missed it.
See, and this is where it hit for me.
You missed it. I was like, I can't believe this.
Now, here's the thing. When he missed it, you could hear a pin drop in that stadium.
Boy.
Because here's the thing. You got to understand this. You missed it. If you make the field goal, at most, you force Baltimore to have to kick a field goal to put it into overtime.
No. Yeah, you forced it overtime. You're right. You're right.
By him missing it, I sat back and I was like, all they have to do is just give it to fucking what's his face to run the ball down, and that's it.
And you know what I love about the NFL and I hate about the NFL? When you have to stand up to watch a football game. I fucking hate it, and I love
watching this. So
I was standing up like this the whole time, like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Everybody.
How are we here? How are we here?
Folks, Steeler fan. There were certain Steeler fans that was leaving the stadium because they was like, "Fuck it, we're gone. This is it. We're done. That's it. Game over." Right? Aaron Rodgers looked like he had 1,000-yard stare. Like, this is some bullshit. We really lost.
Now, what's worse for me is that the illegal stream that I'm looking on, the chat room, usually the chat room, who went from saying I hate N-word quarterbacks to Aaron Rodgers, ha ha ha, he's about to cry, and my chat luckily locked up and it stopped loading up. I was like, good, because y'all going to give the game away, because y'all might be a second ahead of me or something like that, right? So we're coming out of the field. I'm like, they coming like all Baltimore really needs to do is get this to the 30, and that's all I said. They just need to get it to the 30. They just need to no. They get it to the 30.
No. Let's go before that. Steelers defense, to their credit, pushed back Baltimore. So
they tried. They tried.
I think it was 4th and 8. So I'm sitting back like, I was like, oh shit, Steelers might get this if they can, all of a sudden Lamar, I forgot who he threw it to, and they hit. I think they hit to the 30, like you said. Yeah. Dude caught it, bam, he landed. No, he was at the 22. That's what it was. He landed at 22, and I was like, well, that's game over. And I'm sitting back in my head like,
I'm ready.
And maybe you had the same thought as I did. I was like, what if he misses? Nah, he wouldn't miss.
Okay, for me, it was this. I was thinking to myself, no, I wasn't, I got to be real. A miss didn't come in my brain because I was like, I was sitting just like this looking at my monitor. Y'all let these niggas beat y'all. I can't believe y'all. Look, y'all. No, what?
I got out of my bed, went downstairs, and laughed my ass off because, oh my God, I was like, the football god said no.
I kept the second that shake.
Habibi firebombing got a missile to. If them robbers come through, then I guarantee they give it up.
Oh my God. Put it in my veins. Put it in my. God.
Yo, that was Aaron Rodgers on that bench. He went from sad to, wait a minute, what?
Boy, okay, that was fun. Now, Chris. Now it's time to talk shop. D has to talk shop.
Okay.
That was some terrible football.
Oh yes, it was.
Both teams.
Granted,
I say this.
That's par for the course for both teams.
I say this with not a shred of irony. Both coaches need to be fired. Lamar Jackson needs to leave Baltimore. They need to blow up the Pittsburgh Steelers now.
Hold on, though. Hold on, though.
And hold on, while I'm at it, and I know this is going to make a couple of you Steelers fans happy. I need Rooney to have a heart attack so he can get the hands off, so he can get his hands off the Steelers for a year and a half, so y'all can actually sign people to this team.
Here's the sick part. Now, when D says both of them need to be fired, Tomlin needs to be fired for a different reason. It's not
different reason.
He's not a terrible coach at all.
He's
not a terrible coach. He's not a terrible coach. It's just he needs to be gone. Different avenue. Harbaugh needs to be fired because the decisions that he makes in games make no sense. There's zero reason why you should. Why are you stopping running the ball? You should be running the ball throughout the whole. Henry was running roughshod over the Steelers, and you just said stop running the ball. Why?
It feels like Jerry Jones knew that whoever got, if he knew, wait a minute, the Ravens taking him. They ain't gonna run that nigga. Let him take him. Like I feel like he knew this because we were like, why are you not fighting for it? So it's the decision making.
Yeah,
it's the decision. Now hold on, Chris. You and I. Well, let's keep it real. We see the Redskins more, but we see the Ravens just as much. And you and I have seen this team the last 6 years. This team is a car that won't start. All right, it's a car that only wants to start when it feels like it.
It's
you know what I mean?
You know what?
It's a 94 Mercury. It's a 94 Mercury Sable with a bad EGR valve. This junk don't want to start up for jack.
Can I be real? And I think you said it too. Ravens Nations ain't gonna like hearing this, but y'all kind of stuck in purgatory like the Dallas Cowboys are in a weird way.
Oh yes, y'all are. I know all
You're a good team, but there's just shit that's holding you back.
Hallmarks of y'all just spinning wheels in mud. In the words of James Franco, first time, nigga. Boy, Chris, they reek of the Dallas Cowboys, don't they? Dysfunction. The ownership think they know it more than everybody. The coach is a retard. Oh my goodness. Like, yo.
The Ravens may not have 6 championships, but they got 2. That's still
they got 2. That's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough success.
you got a wild.
They went to a Super Bowl in the last 10, 15 years. They know what it feels like.
You have a wild outlandish player like Michael Irvin and fucking what's his face?
Ray Lewis.
It's right there. Correlations right there.
Look. All right, this is D. This is D's hating ass because I never forget Terrell Suggs was on Big O and Dukes when Big O was still when Big O was still in DC before it became Duke's show. I will never forget Terrell Suggs talking about the girls he liked, and he said, "Nah, man, I don't like black girls, man. Give me all the mall chicks." And ever since he said that crooked tooth nigga career's been bad since then. Like, no, real talk, Hall of Famer in D's book. But let me keep it very real about Terrell Suggs. He a bum. He's a
Terrell. Like Terrell, you can't say that shit in Baltimore and DC with a bunch of come on, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Come on, man. Like, dog, without football, you be digging the ditch. Don't do that.
At least if you were Washington, you can just be like Art Monk and them, just move the rest of all the white women.
But I'll never forget when he just said that. And ever since that, I always hated this nigga.
But you're right. Like, if Lamar leaves, I forgot who somebody in the chat said he needs. What team did they say he should go to?
I really don't know what team he would go to, and I really mean this. I say that as a person. I think he needs to leave. He needs to leave Baltimore because the success that I think a lot of people really want for him would not be found in B-more. Just keeping it real. You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to find it in Baltimore.
What if he goes to the Bengals?
Well, they can't. Remember, this thing got Joe Burrow. Joe ain't nowhere. Remember, Joe did the stupid thing and made sure all his best friends got paid, and now they can't pay nobody on their team right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If anything, the one thing I did here,
Arizona.
No, the one thing. Oh God, no. That is the equal.
No. Real quick on Arizona. If they don't option what's his face's contract.
Oh no, Murray gone.
Yo, if they don't, somebody said it best. the way somebody broke down his contract, somebody was like, I guess Murray gonna be at home playing on his PlayStation, huh?
Yeah, he gonna be playing Call of Duty, bro. He ain't about to be. He about to be playing Fortnite, bro. He ain't about to be out here, nigga. Shit, what you think? Well, come on, bro. Come on, you see how that nigga play?
Actually,
but for me, for real, you telling me all right? I don't know what movie they came out of, but you telling me go to Arizona is the equal of take him to Detroit. You telling me go to Arizona? No, I don't want to be the Cardinals.
All I'm saying is this.
I will go on the Atlanta Falcons, the Saints. I would love to go. Look, I would love to go to Duval. But if you tell me to go to Arizona,
actually, if there is one team that it will be weird, but I can see it. The Colts,
but I don't know if they're going to do that because I think Danny Dimes might actually be Danny Dimes out there. I don't know. It just ended really bad for the Colts, but I think he might do something.
Shout out Philip Rivers' old ass trying to make a comeback. I give him
good for him, man. He almost had a TV movie, man.
Hey, listen, man. Philip Rivers. If there is any story from out of this season, this 9 kids having ass was like, hey, I can still play, and don't get it twisted. Even though he lost those games, them teams, they were scared for a minute, like, oh shit, this motherfucker can throw.
All right, man. Let old man Horace came out there and almost beat y'all. All right, but the last thing I will say about Lamar Jackson, we can move on, is and it's real talk. I really the one place I did hear because his mom wants him there because his mom and his agent, Miami. And I have to be real. If you're Miami, that is super tempting. I think you should go for it. But here's the thing. You're going to have to set something up because you have a Super Bowl quality quarterback.
A lot of people you have to give up. Might have to give us some players.
Well, we already know that what's the face ain't gonna be there. Like Tyreek Hill, we don't know how fast he's gonna be. Well, he just has an injury that's gonna probably.
Isn't he under like a criminal investigation, some shit like that?
I don't know. But when your bone twists like that, that means to tell me you ain't going to be gazelle speed no more. That's all I know.
You're going from 95 to 75.
Yeah, I know. You're not going to be the same. You're not going to be the same wide receiver. So, but yeah, I think Miami might be a good place. Another good. Well, no. I was going to say down the highway, but no. Jaden Daniels. They love him that they.
I will give the Washington.
There was a time that probably wouldn't have been great for that, but no.
I will give the Washington team this season. Injuries kneecapped them for sure. Like I think we can agree on that. But I will say this: I like that the fan base this year, and even some of the sports pundits, even local sports pundits, even though they got stupid at times, them beating the Eagles in the last game, it gave everybody a sense of like, okay, we know what we need to do in the offseason. If everybody comes back healthy, we like what we see, we got something. I'm like, thank you. That's all you need. You got something.
I think, and here's the funny thing. I think the NFC East next season is going to be tight as usual. But, I think this season it just kind of blew up, and that's kind of how our next thing we're going to talk about, the division champions. That's kind of how the Eagles just walked into this. The Eagles, in my opinion, the Eagles kind of lucked up at the NFC East just on itself because the Eagles have proven to me they ain't shit this year.
Well, that's what
they have proved that to me.
We're kind of tying with kind of tying it a little bit to the wild card, but we're definitely going to wild card. But the Eagles are in the same position as the 49ers where the threat that they could be isn't there anymore. Like, don't get it twisted. They're not a terrible team. It's just like they look very beatable. Yeah, they look very beatable. Even when Dallas beat them in the second game, that told me like, oh, you guys are beatable. You're not like the fucking crushers of other teams that you were going to the Super Bowl last year. You guys,
I really feel like they're not.
I question the Eagles coaching on that shit too.
I think it's their coaching, their play calling. I think the defense have gotten way too cocky. Because the defense act like they act like superstars in the first quarter and then get lazy until it's like 5 minutes left of the game and like, oh shit, they have no urgency to them, in my opinion. Real talk, AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts did all the work this season. But here's the fun part about this: Jalen Hurts has proven to me that I was right. You top 10, but you ain't nowhere close. Like you top 10, but you ain't above 8. I knew you wasn't. And when I knew before the season, when I gave you more credit, I was wrong. No. Jalen Hurts is lucky that he got that Super Bowl. And I am being honest. That offensive line got you that ring, nigga.
Yeah, I want to talk division champs. New England is division champs, and I gotta be real. I need, as much as I like, was it Maynard? Was May?
Drake May.
I think people are forgetting New England had the most cupcake of cupcake schedules.
They had the weakest schedule in the NFL. So yeah,
easy. I don't believe it. I'm happy for New England, but at the same time, I'm like, guys, easy. Like, let's not.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let us actually combine that the AFC, the wild card and the division champs, because look at this shit. Because right here, like Denver, who just straight up just smoked everybody. Like they like I told y'all they had a chance of being number one in the West.
No, that's the crazy part.
I don't believe them either. But I actually give them more.
This seems like a Tim Tebow kind of vibe that I'm getting out.
I give them more credit than they should, but whatever. Buffalo and Jacksonville is going to be interesting because Jacksonville has actually been sorry as shit all season long. That 13-4 is so suspect. That 4 is doing some heavy lifting.
Hey, Buffalo. This is your chance to get into the Super Bowl.
This is it.
This is as wide open as you're gonna fucking
because they can beat Denver. They can actually beat Denver.
Here's the thing: they can beat the Jaguars. I feel whoever comes out of that Steelers Texans game, no, whoever comes out the Patriots Chargers, they're gonna beat for sure. And whoever comes out of whoever the Broncos faces, they're gonna beat. Like they have
the Broncos, they're gonna go straight in and they gotta face the Broncos. They're gonna face the Broncos. They can beat the Broncos, nigga.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like whoever faces the Broncos face off against the Steelers Texans, we'll see what happens. Because again, I still don't believe in the Broncos, and I feel if we end up getting,
I got it being, oh God, check this out. Now here's the fun part. Cupcake, yes. I got New England beating the Chargers.
Here's the thing.
New England beating the Chargers. Houston beating the Steelers. Oh, Houston and the come on.
See, all right. If you want to know my
AFC, ain't no way in the world the Houston Texans is going to make the conference championship. What?
My AFC is this. Diamond Dogs are going to beat the Patriots.
Okay.
They're going to lose to the Bills. We're going to probably
no. I'm keep on telling you the Bills is going to play the Denver, man. Look, Denver don't play nobody, man.
No. Because where it is whoever wins between the Steelers Texans, they play the Broncos.
Wait a minute. So why do they have it shaped like this then?
It's weird. I don't know why.
So wait a minute.
No, they play the lowest remaining seed. My bad. So whoever's the lowest.
It's this the lowest. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I get it.
Yeah.
It will be. It actually.
So
wait a minute. Okay. Go ahead. All
right. I got Steelers Bills in the AFC Conference Championship.
That's the most retarded thing ever, Chris. Okay.
I want to see it though. NFC though, I got the Bears. And I got the Bears and Seahawks in the NFC Championship game.
I got the Bears losing to the Green Bay Packers.
Really?
Yes. Oh, this hurts me. Philly's going to beat the 49ers.
Oh, yeah, of course. Come on now. Come on. Let's be
Rams. The Rams are going to beat the
Rams are going to fucking
beat Carolina.
Yeah, Panthers.
So wait, what? They'll take the lowest?
Yeah.
All right, so if that's the case, that means that'll be the Seahawks and Green Bay. I got Green Bay actually beating them. I got Green Bay beating them. Oh, gross. Really?
I got Bears Bills in the Super Bowl.
So you mean to tell me I got it being Green Bay versus the Eagles again? Oh, gross.
Like I said, I got Bears Bills Super Bowl. That's my pick for the Super Bowl personally.
Oh, this is nasty. Okay. I have no pick then. I can't believe I'm saying this. I have no fucking pick, Chris. I have no fucking pick for that shit. No, for real. Because all right. Bills, oh God, Bills, Texans. Yeah, no, if I'm not doing that dumb thing with the lowest seed thing, I'm just gonna go right. I'm seeing in front of me.
Yeah.
Like I said, Bills beat Broncos. Chargers lose to the. I got the Patriots doing some stupid shit and beating them, or at least the Chargers beating themselves. Yeah, Texans, Buffalo. Packers, Rams. What? You know what? I don't care.
Look, I said my Super Bowl was Bills Bears. That's my Super Bowl.
Bills, Packers.
Ooh. Isn't that like a rematch?
Because I don't want it to be the Eagles.
That's what said the Bears.
That's actually, you know what? That's the one thing that D has not said. I don't believe 1 second of fool's gold. All right.
Look, that's why
Chris,
I said earlier.
I can smell the Cubert zirconia from over here, bro.
That's why I said the Bears, as good as they are,
Mickey Mouse.
Their defense
That's
it. Their defense has holes, and that's the problem with them. And that, like I said, that's why they went into that shootout with the 49ers. That's going to be the thing that's going to kneecap them. And that's why it's like, if they play the Seahawks, that's going to be a little bit of a tough game.
Time for me to be a movie nerd.
Uh-huh.
One of my favorite lines in Snatch. It's moissanite. It's what? It's moissanite. It's not real, mate. It's like moissanite, Mickey Mouse, mate, which means it's worth fuck all. That's how I see them. Like, yes, I think Caleb Williams is having a great year. Of course, I'm going to root for a DC nigga. You know I will. But it's the Bears, bro. Come on, nigga. Yeah. Come on. I'm sorry. The Bears, the Sacramento Kings of the NFL. Really? Okay. I'll believe them, Chris.
All right. So
I'll believe that. Yeah.
That leads to the traditional NFL end of the season firings.
Oh,
and I have the list right here. Arizona's coach, Jonathan Gannon, fired.
Good.
15-36 over 3 seasons.
15-36 over 3 seasons.
Yeah.
30.
Terrible.
That's terrible.
Surprise, surprise. Pete Carroll fired from the Raiders.
Now, I think Pete Carroll getting fired should have never. No. Pete Carroll on the Raiders should have never been a thing.
You hired this.
Pete, if you don't take your ass home,
go home and be a family man, bro.
Talk to your grandchildren, nigga.
Yo, how is it that we got 74-year-old Pete Carroll and old-ass 50-year-old Phillip Rivers playing in the NFL the same
man, both of these niggas need grandkids on pop knee-ass niggas.
Phillip Rivers, it was more funny with the commentators.
It was for the love of the game.
No, Phillip Rivers, it was more funny hearing the commentators talk about, Phillip Rivers, he just had a grandchild and, he was telling them about him going back into playing. I was like, that has to be weird as fuck.
I think the one thing for me, and I don't think people really realize this until you get to that age where you start playing with Bammers who weren't born when you made it to the NFL. I think that's when it hits them like, yo, I'm old as shit. Because Aaron Rodgers had to get that a couple times, yo. You know what I mean?
I think with Pete, it just came from, hey, it's Pete Carroll, tenure. Let's see what he can do.
Let's see what he can do. What do you think?
14.
What do you think? What do you think, Tom Brady? Well, I'm the smartest man in the room, sir. Yeah.
Tom Brady low key trying to trying to inch his way into being an NFL coach because he has.
Let me tell you, man,
the Raiders.
The Raiders are doomed to be shit for the next few seasons. This is proven to be that Vegas is just going to make it worse.
Hey, listen, I know it was just rumors, but when you got Mason Crosby feeling some way that he couldn't play, and granted, it was for his own good because it's like, yo, Mason, take your ass to the hospital and get the goddamn surgery. Like, what the
well, I'm also Mason Crosby. Hey, yo, Mason. Get out of Oakland. I mean, I'm sorry, Vegas. Get out of Vegas, nigga.
Hey, Jerry, you know what you need to do, right?
It's time for you to do the funniest thing in the world. Assalamu alaikum. Wait a minute. It's a white man, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shit. I don't have my thing without my kufi. I know this African shit's going to scare him.
Kevin Stefanski, the Browns coach, is basically
Stefanski should have been gone. Stefanski was going to lose no matter what. I like how my icon was right there on his face.
46 and 58 over 6 years. Let me tell you something. When you go through 13 fucking quarterbacks, none of them were consistent starters. That says a lot. Now, granted, you can say that says a lot about the ownership on that, but 13 fucking quarterback starters. That's insane.
It don't make no sense, man. I like Kevin Stefanski had no chance, man. He really did it. Like the whole thing with Shador, that's the real thing that really did it, man. Was the Shador situation
saga.
Man.
Yeah,
and it didn't really help that the Browns were. But he got us to the playoffs twice. That's what Stefanski has been ducking the hammer of dawn for the last 2 seasons, if you ask me. You went 3-14, and you went 3-14 last season. You went 5-12. Yeah, he should have. Yeah, he's gone. You're gone. You're gone, dog.
Raheem Morris gone. And that's he went 8-9.
Raheem Morris is one of those dudes where I can say it was a slow death for him because this was coming.
2 seasons of 8-9. You're in a 3. And I think what sent it over, at least for me in my eyes with Raheem, the NFC South was weak as fuck, and you had an opportunity to actually take advantage of that, and you didn't.
Yep. I think
if he had won the NFC South, he probably would still have his job. That's really what it comes down to.
But I also think he has but here's the thing. And this is probably wow. Okay, that's kind of unfair. But let's just really put it this way. He's only been a coach twice in his career. Once with Tampa and once with Atlanta, right? And this is around Atlanta.
And Rams defensive coordinator.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Chris. He's been in the NFC South this whole time. His total is 37 and 56.
God damn.
I have to be this person, and you are making me say this about a black coach. He ain't good. He ain't good. And I'm looking at all these teams. The only these last 2 seasons, 8 and 9. Well, what do you think you're going to get out of that? And that's my thing. That's actually a good question you have to ask yourself as a fan base when it comes to these coaches who aren't exactly sorry, but they're not winners. You have to ask yourself, how many more seasons do you want from it? And what I hear a lot from, especially black people, because the only people I know who are Atlanta fans are black. So the thing is this. I have to heap up, man, we can't do this to the brother. We can't do this to a brother. Sometimes, y'all, I got to be real, man. Sometimes black folk can't coach for shit.
I mean, look.
Sometimes we're not good basketball players. No. I know, shocking. Sometimes we're not number one in a room.
Now, I will say this. You talk about black coaches. They were talking about a couple of coaches in the hot seats, and I got the names. One of them, Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles. I think Todd Bowles should be gone. Actually, you know what? Hold on. What's his
36 and 36.
36 and 36?
Yeah. It's not a fireball.
I would say this.
But
I would, but I know white owners. Good luck, brother.
Oh, another one that's in the hot seat, and he has the same records as Todd Bowles, Mike McDaniel. Which Honestly, yeah, he's 35 and 35. It's weird with
Mike
McDaniel.
McDaniel need to go though. But Mike McDaniel's going to keep his job.
Oh yeah,
Let's just be real.
Of course.
So that's the difference, and I think that's where everybody gets all mad about. See, man, he ain't no Todd Bowles ain't no different. Todd Bowles ain't a white guy, man. Y'all know that.
Yeah,
Y'all
and then
know that. Let's just get that piece of reality out here. Now, which one's the better coach? I say flip a coin, and that's where the damning part comes in, Chris.
Now,
I like Todd Bowles, and even I'm like, shh.
Now,
hey, do you want to be the coach of the Cowboys? Shit, no.
now, these two happened during the season. I don't think we talked about it. Brian Dabble, New York Giants, he got fired mid-season.
Boy, Dabble, it wasn't all right. Look, he needed to go, but I felt bad for him. It's like, hey, dog, they gave you a director set to make and didn't give you instructions. What the fuck were you supposed to do? They didn't label none of the blocks, none of the pieces, and they told you to build a roller coaster. That's the only part. That's the only part where I feel bad for Fat Boy, man. That's the only. Other than that, it's the Giants. Rest in piss. I don't care about y'all.
This one I don't feel bad for because self-inflicted wounds on his part. Brian Callahan for the Titans. Because let me tell you something. This is a guy.
That nigga should have been gone a year ago before he got fired.
What was it? Apparently, he didn't know a rule that killed the fucking Titans in one of those games. What was it?
I forgot. What did Brian Callahan do? What was the dumb play he did?
Oh, he basically didn't know the rule about what constitutes a catch when he declined to challenge that missed Broncos. Then on top of that, this is something there was stories about was the fact that ownership felt like he sucked at kind of mentoring Cam Ward.
I'm sorry. He was doing that? He was supposed to be mentoring him?
They said he wasn't improving. Cam Ward wasn't improving under his watch, so he got to take the hit on that. And then that's him also cussing out referees and, chewing out Will Levis and stuff as well. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. So check this out. He was 13. He was 3-14 the year before.
4-19.
And he was 1-5 before they said, okay. He was 1-5 when the teacher touched his shoulder. I'm gonna need you to clock out, baby.
Still with Marge and Lisa thing, like,
boy.
Turn the computer off. You're done.
Boy, that's one of those zones where you do this. That's one of the times you see the boss do something real disrespectful, like walk up to him and you see their cord like in their hand right there. The ball just walk up and just yank it right out. Like, what are you doing? I'm gonna need you to leave. You know when a boss gets real disrespectful when they're about to fire somebody because they done had it with their shit? I think that's what happened with Brian. He walked in there. How's it going? Sit down, Brian. What I do? Sit the fuck down, Brian. I think that's what happened.
All right. Speaking of coaches, before we transition to NCAA, Dan Campbell, the media was asking him how he would grade himself, and you basically did the Dan Campbell thing. Freaking F. Which, all right, Dan, at least you're honest about yourself.
Well, see, white guys, y'all saying that? See what it is? He actually confesses, mans up to where he failed at. If that was Raheem Morris that was so that, I think I got an F. He walked into the older shit. Well, Raheem, we couldn't agree more.
You're out.
That's white privilege. Because Dan Campbell's going to keep his job for another 2 damn years.
Dan Campbell is 3 years over that. Dan Campbell, let me tell you something. And this is the
I like and don't like Dan Campbell. It's so funny. I like him, but I really don't like you. You're not that great of a coach to me.
What makes Dan Campbell funny, and this is why I love Mia Kim. Not why I say Mia Kim. Chick on ESPN. She was joking about it. She was like, Dan Campbell is the definition of dick on the table. And I was like, yeah. Because it's like I forgot what game it was, and I think Tony Romo was commentating, and it was like 4th and 2, and he's like, "Well, Dan Campbell's going to go for it because it's 4th and 2."
Oh yeah, when he was going against the Chiefs.
Yeah, he was like,
Dan's going for it.
That's what he does. Which at this point, that is Dan Campbell's MO. It's like, well, he's ballsy. He's going for it on 4th and 5.
And I remember when he did it big, and Tony was like this. And you see, they had enough room on the side. It's just that, hey, you gotta try sometimes. It's like, yeah. like, yo, Tony, stop talking, Tony. You tried enough for him.
This is why Tony Romo is goated as commentator. I love
it. Tony keeps finding ways of trying to. It's like Tony's either trying to get fired or he's trying to keep his job, and I can't tell anymore. Like,
what game? I forgot. I think we talked about the last episode about how he was trying to make sense of some penalty, and everybody's like, "Yo, Tony, shut the fuck up, man! Like, what are we doing here?"
No, yeah, because Tony was actually because know what it was? It was one of those penalties where Tony like. Now, wait a minute. If that's the case, then what do we be like? Hey, Tony, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Tony being a quarterback. Hey, wait. Hey. What? No, because if that's Tony just being a quarterback at that point. Like,
meanwhile,
no, that doesn't make any sense because if you go to
meanwhile, Chris Collinsworth, I don't know about that guy.
Like, it killed me. Like when it comes, like I like how actually that's the reason why I like Chris Collinsworth, because you can tell that they keep talking in his ear, he just ignores them because he'll get up there like, I don't think he got that. I don't think he got it. Like. Rolling in the field. I told you he didn't got it. Because if you look at it again.
Here's how you know.
I like Chris. That's a white guy that likes his job.
Here's how you know they're buzzing his ear. When Troy Aikman is silent and it's just Chris talking.
Like, yo, that's what's so funny to me, man.
But
oh my God. Anyway.
So NCAA football playoffs have been fun, but also enlightening.
Very enlightening. Very enlightening.
Alabama has showed. Look, I'm looking to the NCAA officials on making the decision for Alabama. I get it. You wanted Alabama in because ratings, and I think this year proved maybe you need to stop doing that shit.
Maybe, just maybe.
Don't know. No. And Alabama in this playoffs proved they did not need to have their ass in the playoffs because holy shit. Okay, you beat Oklahoma, fine. That's par for the course. But when Indiana put boots to ass,
I told you. What was it? I forgot what week it was, like week 10 maybe. I told you that Indiana, the coach for Indiana, was going to shove Indiana right up everybody's ass.
Hey, look, when they beat,
because they told him you were in Indiana, wait till you're trying to make that a program. He's like, fuck all of you.
Hey.
We about to be the new Nebraska, nigga.
Hey, listen, he showed me because when they put boots to ass to Maryland, I was like, oh shit.
No, I already knew it was about it last year. I knew he was about this ish last year when he was gearing up.
But it was a close game last year. This year, it was like no contest. No. They blew the doors off Maryland. So I was like, when they blew the doors off of Alabama, I think everybody was like, maybe we need to just stop putting Alabama in the playoffs.
No, you don't see. This is what they get. No, this is what the committee wanted. They wanted them in there so badly, and they got them in there, and that's what they get. They got scooted right the fuck out. So that being said, shout outs to a couple of teams on here that got scooted right the fuck out. Tulane, good for y'all. I knew they were going to lose to Ole Miss. And shout out to George Mason, James Madison. Don't let that fool score you. It was never close.
That was garbage. That was garbage time points.
That was 34 points. I think they only scored like 7 in the first quarter or some shit.
Yeah, it was just 7 in the first quarter. Oregon ran away with it. There was no contest.
Yeah, there was no contest. Shout out to the game I actually really enjoyed. That was Miami, Ohio State, man.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. Both Miami games, I ain't gonna deny it. Like Miami, Texas A&M, I did enjoy watching that, but Miami, Ohio State was great. I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't get to see the game against Texas State, but I did see that. Yeah.
Also, I mean, come on, Michael Irvin, being a nigga that he is, taking that belt off.
Man, Mike taking his belt off, doing all that. Mike having so much fun, really being embraced by the Miami, by all the young kids at Miami and all that shit is awesome, man. I love that's I always say. I say there's two types of people, and I told it about there. Like, there's Michael Irvin the Cowboy, and then there's Michael Irvin the Hurricane. I don't know who that nigga is.
Yeah,
The Hurricane Michael Irvin? I don't know who this nigga is.
Is he on coke? I don't know.
I don't know who he is. Like, that's your boy? No. He got a Hurricane jersey on. That's a whole different Michael Irvin. That's a different Michael Irvin, and I actually do enjoy seeing it.
I will
say,
like
seeing him on the sidelines, like when remember when Ed Reed for those 2 seasons just showed up Miami when Miami was just mediocre, but every time he showed up, Miami would whoop somebody's ass. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's the same feel. So I'm all for it, man.
Now I did cursory look at some of the other bowl games, but just going back to the list and stuff, I think Indiana Oregon is going to be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a fucking good game. Ole Miss Miami could be good too.
I'm going for Miami because I don't like Ole Miss, but this Ole Miss team has a bit of a have a chip on their shoulder because of Lane Kiffin leaving them.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think they're in the mood of shoving their we're gonna shove these magnolias up everybody's ass. I don't like Ole Miss, but I got to be honest with you, it's hard to root against them in this. But I think Miami's going to get them.
I think it's going to be either Miami, Indiana for the championship or Miami, Oregon for the championship.
I would love to see Miami, Indiana. I would be shocked if Oregon wins.
Yeah,
I'll be shocked because Indiana, I think they're destined to win a national championship this year. They're going to break up the whole rigmarole of us expecting, Alabama, LSU, Georgia, Ohio State. They're breaking that. They're going to break that up just being there. Now, how long can they maintain it? I hope they maintain it for a good minute, man, because there really needs to be a little bit more parity in the top 10 when it comes to these national championships. Mm-hmm. So whatever. But as far as that, yeah, man, I really think it's going to be Indiana, Miami. I would be surprised if we're going to be talking Mississippi versus Indiana, because I don't think nobody's seen that coming.
That would be interesting. That
would be interesting. That'll be interesting. Again, I don't like Ole Miss, but how long has it been since Mississippi been in a national championship in this light? Yeah. Especially in the last 30-something years, how good have they been? They've been through so much shit, and they're still going through some racist shit, but still. So I will give Ole Miss that, because I can't stay in the school, but I will give Ole Miss that. Hey, this might be their time to make it to the national championship. I don't think they will. We'll see.
So some of these other bowl games, I low-key was watching background with the family and stuff, because
I did not get to see bowl games this year. I'm probably going to see all the bowl games.
A couple of them
we're done.
Couple of them I did watch, but some of them were like background. So we'll break it down. Cricket Celebration Bowl, South Carolina State beat Prairie View A&M 40-38.
I actually seen the clips of that one. I actually did the Black Folk Bowl. I seen clips of that, man.
The Bucked Up LA Bowl. God damn. Washington beat Boise State 38-10. That one
I'm sorry. You just say that. It's just so funny to me. Go ahead.
That was the one that I watched background because it was just on, and I was just occasionally looking up. I'm like, Washington got this shit. The IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl. Jacksonville State beat Troy 17-13. Staff DNA Cure Bowl. Old Dominion beat South Florida 24-10. 68 Ventures Bowl. Delaware beat Louisiana 20-13. Xbox Bowl. Arkansas State beat Missouri State 34-28. Myrtle Beach Bowl presented by Engine.
I seen this. Kennesaw State didn't move.
Western Michigan
was like, hey, they're from the Sun Belt. We're from the MAC. And what do we do? What us good MAC schools do? Air their ass out. They cooked them niggas. I actually saw that, yeah.
Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. NC State beat Memphis 31-7.
Beat the shit out of Memphis. North Carolina. North Carolina State beat the shit out of Memphis. I didn't even see that.
Famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Washington State beat Utah State 34-21. Boca Raton Bowl. Louisville beat Toledo 27-22. New Orleans Bowl. Western Kentucky beat Southern Miss 27-16. Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. Wow. Ohio
said that.
Ohio beat UNLV 17-10.
I saw this one.
Really?
The Hawaii Bowl. California versus Hawaii.
Hawaii, the home state won. Congratulations.
This was a very, very entertaining game. It is very shout out to the coach Chang. Shout out to him. He has actually made that Hawaii team fightable. They're I don't know what to say legit. I always wonder this about Hawaii anyway when it comes to their recruiting. I hope they're recruiting well. Because if they are, I think they'll be actually a really pretty good school. The only thing they need is a bigger stadium, but it's a whole bag of worms with the stadium, man.
Funny enough, if you think back to our first year we did Work Entitled Sports Show, I believe that was the year Hawaii went undefeated.
No. Hawaii never
was that the year before?
Hawaii never went undefeated. They went undefeated in their conference. Don't say undefeated, nigga. Hell no.
Hawaii went undefeated one year and they didn't get selected for like any of like.
Oh no, nigga, that's you thinking of Central Florida. You thinking either Central Florida or Boise State, yeah.
Okay,
not Hawaii.
Okay.
Hawaii, like I said, Hawaii just been a I wouldn't even say a floundering school, but they went through a lot. And one of the big things was they didn't have a stadium no more. They had to get rid of the Aloha Bowl because the whole bowl, the whole stadium was falling apart because of the sea salt. The sea salt tears up any infrastructure out there like that. So them even having a stadium is in the air. But that game went off out of here. Okay. Everything was fun, very thrilling towards the end too.
So they did in their history go undefeated. It was in 2007.
That was years ago. That was with that was not Colt McCoy. That was with
June Jones.
No, I don't know what that nigga is.
Yeah, June Jones was the coach, but they had
coach. No, I'm talking about the quarterback. The quarterback was he went to the NFL. I forgot his name. Huh?
Colt Brennan.
Colt Brennan. Thank you. Colt was cool.
Now
he was actually good for a little bit. He didn't do jack in the NFL.
Now they did have their. Now, Hawaii that year did have their welcome to the NCAA big time because the Georgia Bulldogs kicked the shit out of them.
I'm about to say, they got their ass kicked. They got their teeth kicked in, didn't they?
they got the teeth kicked in the Sugar Bowl because they got the Sugar Bowl that year.
Shout out to you, D. You was right. You said Colt, but you knew it wasn't Colt McCoy because Colt McCoy came out of Texas. It's Colt something. I know what he was. You said Colt Brennan. Like, yes, I knew I remember that nigga.
Game above Sports Bowl, Northwestern beat Central Michigan 34-7.
Mm-hmm.
Rate Bowl, Minnesota beat New Mexico 2017 in overtime. Wow. Serve Pro First Responder Bowl, UTSA beat Florida International 57-20.
I didn't see this. I didn't see this game, but the Roadrunners. There's something. The Roadrunners play in the Alamo Dome down there in San Antonio.
Yeah,
there's something inside the Alamo Dome. Them niggas are unstoppable inside the Alamo Dome.
Hey, it's the
juju. It must be something bouncing off the walls or something. The juju bouncing in there or something. They're pretty good. They've been pretty good these last few seasons, yeah. So yeah, good for them.
For the first time ever, we have a military bowl with no military teams in it. So
what?
Yeah, we got
industrial complex is losing it.
Eastern Carolina beat Pittsburgh 23-17. Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl, Penn State beat Clemson 22-10. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, Clemson. You used to
Clemson is in the Pinstripe Bowl, nigga.
Used to be in the Sugar Bowl. Now you in the Pinstripe Bowl.
Hey, at least we play in the Yankee Stadium, so it's something. It's still big time if you think about it.
Well, in the plot twist, Wasabi Fenway Bowl, Army beat UConn 41-16.
I still think it's hilarious how Wasabi is the ain't nothing Boston, it's Wasabi, nigga. Anyway, go ahead.
Pop-Tarts Bowl, BYU beat Georgia Tech 25-21. I did watch this.
Again, ladies and gentlemen. Pop-Tarts knows how to make an entertaining bowl game.
Yes, they do.
And the energy that goes into that is the same energy that I wish Major League Soccer would put into their games. Major League Soccer, and I mean this, and everybody's been saying this, and I think Major League Soccer is trying to do that. Everybody's been saying this. Treat your games like a college football game.
Oh, it'll be great.
If you treat these soccer games like a college football game, letting people have their own little sections, the band, like because they already got the atmosphere of a football game at these shows anyway. But here's the problem: it's not American because we don't have no American feel when it comes to the sport of soccer anyway. So what's the good adjacent thing to it? College sports.
Mm-hmm.
Treat it like a
energy.
college sport. Have it to have the same energy, the same excitement, and all the rest of that. I'm with one dude. Yeah, have cheerleaders at these games. Well, we're gonna have cheerleaders at a soccer game. Why the fuck not? We're American.
Yeah.
Look, like the one thing, like here's the problem about, I think the reason why America never really jumped over, I know this is a tangent, but I think the reason why America never jumped over that hill when it comes to soccer, we have really good soccer teams, but we don't have the identity that we want, is because we want to look good in front of everybody. Nigga, if I will give Donald J. Trump this, if he has proven anything to me, fuck everybody. We American. I will give Trump that. So we should act like such. But anyway,
whatever. The Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, which threw me fuck off when I saw that, but Snoop Dogg is sponsoring the bowl game.
Now hold on. Now when you say the Snoop Dogg, all right. So, all right, is it just the? Wait a minute. Okay, is the Arizona? Okay. No. I was like, don't tell us the Arizona drink. If it is, that will be hilarious. And where's my Snoop Dogg Arizona drink?
It's sponsored
by. No, it's by the state of Arizona. I know.
No, Snoop Dogg and his gin and juice brand.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Actually, I knew that.
They sponsored it. I'm like, oh
yeah, I knew that. I already knew that. Yeah.
Fresno State beat Miami, Ohio, 18-3. The New Mexico Bowl, North Texas beat San Diego State 49-47. I saw the highlights for that. That was a close game.
I was like, that looked like that was a good game.
The Gator Bowl, Virginia beat Missouri 13-7. That was actually a really good close game. That was
seen clips of it. I didn't see it. I did not see the end of that shit.
It was a defensive heavy game. My wife went to Mizzou, so like we were watching it because why not, stuff. And I was like, oh shit, this is a close ass game, but Virginia ended up clutching it out and stuff. Kinder's Texas Bowl, Houston beat LSU 38-35. Did you watch this?
Where was the pain, Jameis?
Yeah, just pain. It was pain everywhere. So we got to keep on pushing through and being resilient.
I should have noticed from your face as soon as you said it, like.
No, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I did sit and watched that whole game. Just to see Houston catch up on LSU and pull off and never turn back around. Hey, Garrett Nussmeier, I'm sorry you wasted your time at LSU, but you weren't never that good. I am sorry, Garrett. I didn't think you was gonna be Joe Burrow, but I thought, hey, he gonna make it to the NFL. He gonna be decent. I don't know now, nigga. Boy, these last 4 games exposed you for exactly who we knew you was, man. Oh, Chris, I sat and watched that whole game.
I know that had to hurt you. You're like, oh.
You know what I kept saying? Maryland couldn't make it. Maryland probably would have. No, they would have did way worse.
Yeah,
anyway,
Birmingham Bowl. Georgia Southern beat Appalachian State 29-10. Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. Louisiana Tech beat Coastal Carolina 23-14. Music City Bowl. Illinois beat Tennessee 30-28. I did watch that. That was actually a pretty good game.
I saw the clips of that. I don't remember seeing the end. Oh yeah. The Volunteers came back at the end, but they didn't do nothing. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Underrated game with this one for the Alamo Bowl. TCU beat USC 30-27.
I heard about my dad was watching that game. My dad said he liked it. He thought it was really good.
Man. Reliquest Bowl, Iowa beat Vanderbilt 34-27. Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Duke.
I watched a part of this when I think Duke was ahead.
Was it actually really close?
Dog, this was one of those. Dog, this was one of those games where I told you where there's like everything else going on and the game is just on and no one's paying attention, but you look up, oh shit, that nigga got touched it. That's where I was in. I wasn't paying attention to that game.
Getting somewhere. Texas beat Michigan in the Citrus Bowl 41-27. I saw highlights of that. That was actually pretty good. The Las Vegas Bowl, Utah beat Nebraska 44-22. Another one that shockingly did not have military in it, the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Texas State beat Rice 41-10.
Now Rice is Rice a Christian school like a Christian technical school, or were they like military or something like that?
Rice.
Like Rice, there was something special about Rice as a school.
Rice.
I'm probably terribly wrong with this.
Rice University it's a private university, but it's a private.
I knew something.
It's a private science and literature and art school, basically.
Yeah, all right, cool.
It has a football team, shockingly enough.
Yeah. I thought like women, they might have military. I thought it was something like that. Never mind.
That's what I'm saying. The bowl games are weird because the next one, the Liberty Bowl, has an actual military football team. Navy beat Cincinnati 35-13. Wow.
Shout out to Navy for actually winning that game. Good for them.
A North Carolina Bowl finally. Duke's Mayo Bowl. Wake Forest beat Mississippi State 43.
A North Carolina team in the North Carolina Bowl.
Wake Forest literally just drove 2 hours to Charlotte.
So I'll never forget. I was playing. This is years ago. This is when this bowl game when this bowl game used to be called the women with Belk used to own.
Bowl, yeah.
With the Belk used to draw that joke. All right. Anyway, I never forget. My team was North Carolina State, and I forgot who I was playing, but I was in that bowl, and I was saying these niggas woke up, hopped on the bus, drove from Raleigh to Charlotte. Around about 4 o'clock, they left 4 o'clock in the morning. They got to Charlotte about 6:30.
They had to stop by the cookout to get some breakfast.
They stopped that cookout. They stopped somewhere. Then they're gonna make it to the hotel. They're gonna check in. Then 2 hours from there to do their warm ups. Like they didn't even.
Half the team got their own cars. They said, "Fuck it, I'll meet you down."
I was about to say coaches drove there the night before.
There's coaches that live in Charlotte. It's like, hey man,
that's why I laugh at the motherfucker when Navy was in the Armed Forces Bowl. Like them niggas went down
40 minutes down the street to Annapolis.
Motherfuckers went down to Annapolis. Like, hey man, hurry up, get on. Hurry up and get on. God. Damn.
Get on the MARC train. You be there.
MARC train. Get on. Dang, I was like, think you got me. Get on the MARC train. See if we can swing over there to the Carrollton station. Look. Hey, coach, can I get off at the New Carrollton station? Why? My cousin and them, they need tickets for the game. I got to stop by and give them the tickets. I'm going to get to the stadium on time. No, I'm going to get to the stadium on time.
Dog, I sat there and saw that shit. I was laughing. I was like, them niggas just went
went around the corner. Yo, I will laugh if what did it call? I forgot what Charlotte's team is called. I think they're the Vikings or whatever it is. Yeah. If Charlotte makes it to a bowl game and it's this game is the Duke's Mayo. I'm like, you lazy motherfuckers. You told them niggas to be out here at one time. These niggas left their house.
Some of them live in Greensboro,
like all of them live on the campus down there in Charlotte. So everybody copped in one car.
Some in Southside, some out in some lives over there, the South Carolina border.
Over there by on the other side. But thank you by Carowinds. Thank you. I'm over there by Carowinds.
Let me tell you something. You know what blew my mind real quick? Like, I've been to Charlotte a handful of times, but one time it was me and my wife and her mom and her husband, right? We were going down, right? They was like, oh, we're going to this restaurant. So we're driving down the highway. I'm thinking, all right, we're just going down the highway. I look up. We're crossing the South Carolina border. I'm like, the fuck? We're that close to South Carolina? So I'm looking on Google Maps. I'm like, holy shit, Charlotte really is close to fucking South Carolina. I didn't know that.
Yeah, as a person, look, I can be caught with that because actually no, your family is too. All of our families on the coastline, nigga. Our families on the coastline. We don't spend no time in Charlotte, so of course, it catches us off guard. Like I didn't know that Rocky Mount was that close to motherfucking Henderson.
Oh yeah, oh it is.
I was like, Rocky Mount that close? Because it's just an hour. An hour just?
Like you get on that main highway from Raleigh, you can go straight over. You can jet to Fayetteville in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even what.
Anyway,
all right. Let's
last one. Holiday Bowl's last one. SMU beat Arizona 24-19.
Yeah, like I said, we went through all that. All right, yeah.
It's fun.
There's a lot of foosball in this episode.
A lot of foosball. Next time you hear us next week, it'll probably be us talking about more than that because spring training is around the corner for the MLB.
And more importantly, we be actually, ladies and gentlemen, our first movie of the year will be what's the name of that, John? Major League? Was it not Major League? I'm not Major League. God damn. Rookie of the Year. Jesus. Why say Major League?
Yeah, Rookie of the Year, directed by Daniel Stern. Very
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, Daniel Stern directed and starred in it. I think I mentioned it briefly when we
Wait a minute, Daniel Stern wasn't he was in this movie. He directed it though?
Yeah, it was funny. Okay, so real quick, inside baseball, no pun intended on that. He purposely wrote his character to be stuck in situations where he's stuck in like gates and stuff just so he can continue directing the movie. It was on purpose. The running gag was on purpose so that he didn't have to do much with his character to where it's like, oh, the character's stuck in the door in the hotel. That's why he's not at the game. All right, cool. Oh, the character's not in this game because he's stuck inside the batting cage.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but it's a funny little insider thing. And it's like, all right, cool. But we're getting here. And
let me see. Thomas Ian Nicholas, Gary Busey. Yeah, everybody. Finally, y'all got me doing.
Not crazy, Gary Busey.
We got our boy Albert Halls in this movie. What?
Yeah.
Dan Hedaya, Daniel Stern, and outside of that, they got only 3 players that had speaking roles, which was Barry Bonds, Bobby Bonilla, and Pedro Guerrero. Good Lord, Pedro Guerrero! Oh, I'm old. Oh my God, I forgot that nigga existed.
Also,
oh my God, Pedro Guerrero, this beautiful Dominican man. Oh my God, I forgot about him.
So baseball, talk a little bit of hockey because Washington Capitals are doing pretty good this season.
Yes,
doing really good.
Yes.
And a little bit of NBA. The Wizards are doing terrible, but
we're doing a good terrible thing.
We're good.
This beautiful Dominican man. I forgot all about you, Pedro. I am so sorry. He is actually one of the men in my childhood too, because I forgot. He was like one of 3 black guys. I was like, why is his last name Martinez? And that blew my mind as a kid.
Just as a surprise, when we talk about NBA, there's a rumor. We'll see how true this is in the next week and a half. Wizards may be the front runners to get Trae Young, and they may not have to give up a lot to get him.
I don't think they should. I'm saying this right now. We can talk about when we get to. I don't think they should, but tell me who you want to give up.
Yeah, that's the kicker.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Who you giving up, but we'll see how true that goes.
Say no, but who are you thinking about giving up? And what was it? It was NBA. It was something else in the NBA. Oh, and the last other thing I will also bring up, if there's any more motion in there, and there is some motion that's happening right now, we will be talking about what's going on in the WNBA because I think it's about to happen. And if it does, we might be seeing the death of a league. If they go to strike, I don't think they're going to open back up. Because the owners, because here's the fuck part, the players have a point. The owners have a real good point. Oh, you want more money now? What about when we've been going broke the last 20-something years?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. And I hate saying this, and I mean this. Kathy Engelbert has a bit of a point too. It is a shit show. I don't know what's going to happen to the W, but we'll find out. Anyway.
Oh yeah, that was it. I like the structure. We did pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. We'll have it fine-tuned for good background, because I don't know what hey, people know what we've been talking about. So
all right
here. So yeah, we will catch you guys later and peace out.